It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Tuesday, the 13th of March. I'm Michael Groff. Mild temperatures with plenty of mid and high level clouds around today and tomorrow. Maybe a light shower or two across the state sometime tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. The weather turns a bit cooler and more unsettled as the forecast becomes a lot more complex this weekend and into much of next week. So a lot going on. Let's get out there and talk about it this morning. 83 degrees, the high in the valley yesterday after a morning low of 58. And outside right now here at 8:30 a.m., we're under partly cloudy skies. It is 63 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew points at 45, humidity 52%. The winds are calm and the barometer is steady. Temperatures around south central Arizona this morning, mostly in the 50s and 60s at this hour. The water vapor satellite view shows a ridge across the interior west. It's a dirty ridge, allowing plenty of mid and high level clouds underneath that, and a deep trough developing off of the Pacific Northwest coast. And of course, the big story is the nor'easter now going on and dumping plenty of coastal rain and inland snows from New York State on to the north and east. We see that on the watch warning map. Winter storm warnings from New York to Maine. We've got blizzard warnings around Boston, Plymouth, and Cape Cod this morning. The snow and the wind really piling up out there. Freeze warnings in parts of the deep south, Mississippi and Alabama. And of course, out here in the west, we have wind advisories as well. A wind advisory to include part of our state today around Mojave County. Places like Kingman and Bullhead City, wind gusts could be as high as 40 miles per hour. On the convective outlook, no organized areas of severe weather to talk about today, and precipitation for the next 7 days. Now, the WPC guys have really taken out any chance of rain for us through next Tuesday morning and left some fairly light precipitation across the northern part of the state. The forecast has become pretty murky, and we'll try to dissect it here and get into the details of it now as we head out to the models and have a look. This is the GFS, the 06Z run, valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon at 500 millibars. There's our ridge here across the west. Westerly flow, a deep trough off of the west coast. So plenty of mid and high-level Pacific moisture still moving through here today. We'll call it partly sunny. Highs this afternoon in the low 80s. Warmest desert spots could even get into the mid 80s today. Tonight, partly cloudy, lows in the 50s to around 60. Tomorrow, another mild day with highs in the upper 70s and low 80s. Partly sunny skies. A further increase in clouds likely during the afternoon and evening hours as a little wave rotates around the main area of low pressure off the west coast. That little wave comes through the Great Basin, mainly north of Arizona, but it's going to be close enough, and with enough moisture around, we could see an isolated shower from south central Arizona on northward. Probably won't see anything here in the valley, but enough to mention a 10% chance for tomorrow afternoon through tomorrow night. Slightly better chances in northern Arizona, but even at that, probably won't see much of anything. All right, on Thursday, that wave passes us by. It gets a little bit cooler out there. High temperatures fall back into the low, maybe mid-70s on Thursday with partly sunny skies. Low 70s on Friday, partly sunny. A deep low continues to develop well off the west coast. On Saturday, the GFS really backing off on pushing this area of low pressure inland. In fact, it just holds it offshore and lets it spin around. Broad southwesterly flow in here. Plenty of mid and high level moisture around. And could there be an isolated shower this weekend across the state at any given time? Yes, but the chance is pretty small. So for now, we're going to leave a 10% chance of rain in here for Saturday and Sunday. But if you have any outdoor activities, don't cancel them because for the most part, the weather's going to be nice. High temperatures, low 70s, partly sunny skies, maybe an isolated shower both Saturday and Sunday. Looking at the vorticity at 500 millibars, and yes, there's going to be these little pockets of vorticity around well on the periphery of this low. The flow aloft is slightly cyclonic, so yes, we could see those isolated showers, but really they're going to be very widely spaced, and even if you see them, they'll be very light. Now on Monday, a deep surface low is west of Los Angeles, and we do see some rain trying to make some progress toward the California coast. And again, there might be an isolated shower here, but I'm just going to say partly sunny skies continue and high temperatures right around 70 or the low 70s. The models hold us in the 60s this weekend and early next week, but I think we're going to stay warmer than that because of warm air advection and really not a lot of precipitation. All right, here's a week from today. This is Tuesday, the 20th of March, and there's that deep low continuing off the California coast. Now, at this point, rain may start to come into western Arizona at least. The GFS still being very aggressive with this low eventually, but there's just been no run-to-run consistency. There's nothing to really hang our hats on. So this forecast is a very low confidence one at this point. The European keeps us completely dry through the next 10 days. The GFS, on the other hand, has a big rain event, but it's not till the middle part of next week. Wednesday, this is the 21st, the GFS pushes this low inland. Now we see widespread rain coming over much of Southern California and Arizona with mountain snows, and high temperatures would be much cooler, likely down in the 60s at this point if this verifies. But again, there's low confidence here. The likelihood of this verifying, or the likelihood of this even being here on the next run of the GFS, pretty low. And then this is the end of the forecast period. Thursday, the 22nd of March, and that low is well off to our east. A mainly zonal flow takes over, and we'd have partly cloudy skies and high temperatures recovering pretty quickly, probably back into the mid and upper 70s. But, we're going to just kind of take it a day at a time at this point, because the models notoriously have a very difficult time handling these closed low type systems. All right, let's check the numbers coming off the GFS ensemble. Warm today and tomorrow, and then we'll take it down in the 70s, maybe even the 60s. It really depends how much Pacific moisture gets in here, how thick the clouds are, and if we see any precipitation at all. So obviously, a low confidence forecast for the next 10 days. And that's going to wrap it up for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video comes back here tomorrow morning, and if you like our videos, be sure to subscribe so that whenever we post a brand new one, you'll get the notifications. Otherwise, be safe out there and have yourselves a great Tuesday.